It is the ultimate neighbourhood dispute, this one. The Panthers and Parramatta. No love lost. And Junior Polor. 7 metres short. Spiral pass, Hopgood. Nice play that. They wrapped around the back. It's Russell. It's beautiful execution by Parra.
Wow, what a hot start by the Parramatta Eels.
Their defences look really good this afternoon, Parra. Talangi double pumps out the back. Now there's some room. McLean is over the line for a try. Two of the young guns combining.
Grabbing him.
Plays Talangi. It's the double pump. We saw Nathan Cleary in Origin Wednesday night get a double pump in, and it makes the defenders bite.
3 metres from the Penrith line. Walker. And Moses Williams. Oh dear, that was an untimely mistake.
Ooh.
That's a net stare. And that wasn't what... Jason rolls us over. Williams again! He rolls over! I think this has touched the line.
Now the ball doesn't touch the ground.
With a remarkable try-saving effort. Kenny, the primary tackler there. They head back towards the left. Brown, Russell, O'Carr, the wings open. The Fox is got there!
Oh.
The Flying Fox!
Wow. This is a special effort here by Josh O'Carr. Again, attacking that left side. Does he get it down? This is a great view. Unbelievable.
Wow. As good as it gets. Oh, Lomax has fallen over, but he still kicked it from the sideline. This is by Parramatta. They're using the ball at every opportunity. Walker out to Moses. There's room here. If the ball was delivered a little more gently, he would have scored there, Sam Roney. They had them shot. Summerton, Lindsay Smith, he had Kenny there. He goes down in the tackle, 8 metres away. Summerton finds Nathan Cleary. Now plays Talangi, now pacing the clean. He rolls it through. It's a pinpoint kick. Brilliant work by the youngster. And Tom Jenkins, he deserves a try. 10-all.
What a play that was there from McLean. He just dropped it onto the left boot. Beautiful. Great ability to pull that up at the in-goal.
A low scorer here, and Penrith trying to arrest back the lead off Nathan Cleary's boot. He was never going to miss. It's 12-10. Regardless of who wins, this has been
He shaped it.
Standing game from inside 40. Oh, Nathan's going to pull it off. He's done it with a 40-20. The master steps up at the right time.
Well, that's why he's the best in the game. With 9 minutes to go, he shapes a 40-20 with a banana kick.
5 metres away. Yo, Cleary, double pumps, picked up by Edwards, passes over the top. Oh, glorious backline movement, and all the stars were part of it. That might get it done for Penrith. A kick for Nathan Cleary from out wide to make it an 8-point game.
Watch Nathan Cleary here. Just watch him wait and wait and wait and wait. Dylan Brown bites in. He gets him. Great hands. Dylan Edwards. And then look at that pass. Yo to Cleary to Edwards to To'o.
The siren sounds. The Panthers are going to get the job done. There's a round of applause from the 8th Immortal up here. What a game of footy. That's how footy should be played.
Ivan, congratulations. Performance has kind of been hot and cold lately, but I take it particularly that second half must have been quite pleasing.
Yeah, obviously happy to get a win. I thought and just the way it sort of went, it was a pretty tough game. The most ball and play we've had for the year, so there's definitely periods where, particularly our young guys, were struggling a bit. But I thought the last kind of 30 minutes, I felt like we were able to get enough field position and have the ball and kind of cut off everything that they were sort of trying to do. So I think the scramble defence in the first half was probably what set the game up for us. We haven't really had that this year. Like things sort of been a hallmark of what we've done in past years. So hopefully that's a sign of things to come.
given where you are on the ladder and their wins have kind of been few and far in between, is there an element of relief as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
What about your son Nathan? I mean, like to take control in the second half like he did, 40-20, hands into the Brian Toro try, the sideline conversion. How good?
Yeah. Yeah. He's made my life easier over the years a few times. All the Origin boys I thought were amazing. It's such a huge effort to back up after Origin. I've seen a bit across the league this week, and it's something that I don't know if it's the greatest thing for these guys to do, but they'll all do it, and it was crucial that our boys did it today, and they all to a man. I thought they were all really good. Yeah.
Nathan's the sort of guy takes things personally, missing the goals on Wednesday. What does it say about him? 4 days later, 2 sideline conversions, deliberate outside of the boot, 40-20, kicks the line drop it as well late. What does it say about him?
Oh, he takes his craft really seriously in that, and I know he was really disappointed after Wednesday night, in that part of the game. So, yeah, but, glad he fixed it up. It's good. Hope he keeps doing it.
You touched on it earlier, just that first 20 minutes. They threw a lot at you. What impressed you? I know you use the word scramble, but is that the Penrith DNA coming back a little bit? Like they did not give up on any play because it looked like Para seemed to have room on the edges, but guys were just pushing from the inside every time to get across.
Yeah, I think Para, they're a team, playing with confidence. They've obviously, under new management, and they're getting some real traction about what they want to do, and got a lot of players in good form. They were sort of given some leg ups and 6 agains at the start of the game as well, so that all of a sudden they've got possession and a good flow, and they're right on top of their game, and they do move the ball a lot. And they got some really good threats. So yeah, we were definitely under the pump for sure. But it's standard for us to concede the first try, so maybe we're getting used to it. But no, there was some scrambling tonight today that was. It just hasn't been there this year, and that can honestly be the difference, between a win and a loss. So I was really, really happy with that.
I know a bit was made a decision to drop Paul to reserve grade today, but Casey kept his spot. Were you impressed with what you saw? Scores that try, puts in the really nice grubber. Did you see the improvements in his game that you were looking for, perhaps from earlier in the season today? Yeah,
look, I don't really like to talk about selection. I think that's unfair for the boys. They all know what's going on. I think it's fair to say we have a lot of players who aren't at their best. That's just how the year's going. But we do have some young guys that are learning, on the run. So Case, for example, is 19, just turned 19. Yeah, so yeah, it's it's good. We've got so much faith, and he's got so much potential. Hopefully, a day like today will actually allow him to realise how good he can be, and he will be. So we're just in that phase where we're playing some young guys, and we've got to, the best lessons they can get are out there. So, yeah.
Yowie, Ivan mentioned Parramatta playing with confidence, and in terms of those young guys, how much or can they take? Do you see them taking confidence out of being able to turn them away in that scramble that Ivan's been talking about there?
Yeah, certainly I think so. Even just confidence in the ball in play time, there's a lot of fatigue in the game, and they've obviously had to turn up under fatigue. So you'd like to think that gives them confidence, and just the way we're training at the minute, you'd like to think we're taking confidence out of that as well. So as much as the result might not have gone our way, but there's been sort of moments or periods in the year where we've sort of really tried to nail our training, and certainly this week. By all reports, I didn't actually have to train, but by all reports, the training was outstanding. So I guess that sort of shows as well off the back of the Newcastle how disappointed everyone was, even though we were down on troops, but how disappointed we were in the performance. So just felt the response in that regard from the whole squad. It's not just the boys playing, but it's the whole squad. So the more we can string that together, take confidence out of performances. I'd like to think that goes a long way for everyone. Everyone's confidence, not just the younger boys coming through, but sort of the experienced players, and it's certainly going to need to be important.
Just back on Casey, it's probably been a pretty I guess, up and down sort of 6 months for him. Like, he has that great New Zealand debut here. He starts in first grade, has some time in Cup. He's back here, has a great game tonight. Like, how have you sort of seen a young guy like him navigating the sort of ups and downs that's come with his start to life as a pro?
Yeah, like they're all different, hey? Like, sometimes, yeah, well, always you have to just kind of monitor, like, who they are, like the personalities, where they're positioned to play. Like Cases, you know, he made our first team for Vegas, right? But him playing for the Kiwis in the last year, like that meant that his pre-season is short, and for a kid, like, that's actually too short. So, you know, you're just trying to balance all that too. So, all I know, he's going to be a hell of a player, and we just got to try and manage him. You know, like, took him out of the team because I wanted him to keep playing, but at some point, sometimes you got to take him out. I think. I don't have the formula, but today will help him.
I know you asked about Nathan, but it'd be remiss not to mention the forwards backing up as well. Like Liam Martin with 2 minutes to go has that great run, almost scores. Isaiah plays huge minutes, and Brian Toll, his defensive reads in the first half, strong carries. I know you mentioned the young guys having a lift during this Origin period, but to see these guys come back and dominate as they do, just how important is it for this team when they need wins like they do? Yeah, well, one of the most disappointing things about last week is, like, I didn't want the Origin boys to feel like they had to come back and, right the ship. Which, I mean, we need them. You know, you've got so many guys, so many Origin guys, but you know how many players we've lost over the years too of, like, similar calibre. So it's pretty obvious that, you need those types of players, and we haven't got enough wins on the board throughout the year to this point to be able to have the luxury of resting them. But maybe we will next time. But we definitely care about their, not their welfare, but just making sure when they do play, they're at their best. So, but today was an important one for them, and very grateful for all their efforts.
Tom Jenkins, probably not a guy that demands a spotlight, but his journey back to the club's pretty fascinating. Like, signed to play Royal Massey Cup with St Mary's. How did he kind of end up back in the fold with you guys, and what do you like so much about him to be playing him in first grade? Because this is like the longest run he's had in NRL.
Yeah, honestly, it's the best story of our year, really. And it says a bit about hunger and, him. He loves the club, and he came back, and we had a chat. So I couldn't promise him anything. But he went back and did everything he could. He didn't do the pre-season with us, but he was killing it in terms of numbers and fitness and stuff down there at St Mary's. So he just forced his way in. That's the beauty of luck. Like, when players aren't playing, when everyone's not playing well, that's opportunities like come up. And he was our best last week. In a bad day, he was our best. So, I think it was worth rewarding. He's also only 24. He's going to get better. So, it's a good story.
Isaiah, can we just ask you one on Origin? I don't know if you would have seen, but Mitch Barnett went down with what looked like a pretty serious knee injury in the earlier game today. Firstly, how big of a hole does that leave for the Blues, and do you have a preference of anyone who might be able to stand up if needed?
No, I'd certainly hope it's not as serious as what you just made it out. Well, one thing with Barney, he's just a wonderful team man. So I think you've seen that in New Zealand. I've been lucky enough to be a part of that with the Origin scene as well. So he's just someone you just love having around a group, just 100% effort all the time. And I think it showed again on Wednesday just gone how important he can be to a team. I thought he was outstanding in the middles. In terms of selection, that's not. I've got nothing to do with that. But I just hope for him, just knowing him as a mate, he's a great fellow. So I certainly hope it's not as serious as what you've made that out to be.
Yes, sir.
Jason, that one must hurt. You were right in it. Battle of the West, great atmosphere, great contest too. How does that one feel?
It's disappointing, but we self-inflicted a lot of that onto ourselves, just with little moments of yardage penalties and errors on play one when we got the ball back when we worked so hard to get it, and then we missed a few opportunities with the footy as well, just with our execution. So it's right there. like it's right there. So we didn't play just any ordinary team. We had a fully loaded 4-time premiers today, and they're desperate. And they had to complete at 90, and they had to play well to, one, stay with us, and two, then beat us in the end. So that's what they've prided themselves on for so long, and we got some really good lessons out of it.
You were coming off back-to-back wins, and you've said after those wins that you were building. Does this one then feel like you've maybe taken a little bit of a step back? No,
I don't think so. Like, I just think the class went up today in the opposition, and that's what happens. And start of the season, that could have been ugly there at periods. So, like, I just think that's the progression of our team at the moment, and I'm really clear with the direction we're heading, and I'm really like the fight and the effort in the players is just exactly where we need it to be. We just need to execute better and just tidy up a little bit of discipline.
When you talk execution, Mitch, like as a fellow halfback, a little bit of admiration for how Nathan kind of took control in the back end then?
Yeah, he was on fire, wasn't he? I suppose the best half in our game, and just killed us. I think we go down the other end of the field and don't come up with points. He comes down and puts points on us, and that's just what a quality half does. And he made us pay.
Jason, is that first 20 minutes, is that what you want to see? Everything come together, the ball movement, the width from dummy half, the speed, the sutures of angle. It looks like everything's starting to come together. I know the execution wasn't quite there, just one play, but are you excited about what you're seeing? Yeah,
that's our style. That's the way we play. We don't copy anyone. Like, we play to what our strengths of our team are. He's fast. Dylan Walker plays well with the footy. Like, we've got all these different guys with different strengths, so we just need to make sure our style suits that. We're just seeing just little periods of it. We just need to, we execute one or two of those opportunities, but they scrambled well and showed us what it looks like, So, it's a different game. So, take our lessons, keep going, and keep working on our style.
Mitch, you looked from afar that first 2 months or so, but now you're back on the field, in it all. Do you see it coming together? Like, the attack today looked really crisp at times. I know I said the execution wasn't there, but you're going in the right direction. Do you feel that? Yeah,
we're definitely heading in the right direction, but performances like that tonight is just not going to get the job done. We've got to execute at a high level, and they did that tonight. We didn't, and that's the difference in results. So it's coming along. We just got to be patient, I guess. But we definitely want to have more wins than what we're doing at the moment. So it's almost there, but it's a bit frustrating.